Well, welcome. I do want to just give you a quick tour of my craft room before I move out to my big studio. I don't think I've ever done a video, so bear with me. This is my first one. So this is when you go in the door to my craft room. This is my enamel pin collection. That is on the outside of my craft room door. I was bored during the pandemic, so I went a little enamel pin crazy online. Anything to get through the time. So let's open the door and go on in. So this is my happy space. It has served as my office and craft room for the last 10 or 12 years or so. So this is just kind of a pan when you start to step into the door. And it's all things that make me happy. So let's go on in. We'll do a pan of the closet. I'll shut the door so you can see behind the door. So stuff I've been collecting for years. I love a good used stamp sale. That's the closet. That's where I sit and work. And we'll come in here, we'll go around the desk. So lots of stuff in a small space. So let's start over here. So up there's a spinner of all tailored expressions, which is one of my all-time favorite companies. And I just love them because they still produce all their stamps on red rubber. This here is my card tower. I also love antique and vintage kind of industrial stuff. So these were found at a college university sale. And so I put my finished cards in here. And I have them categorized by theme. So birthday cards, thank you cards, encouragement, friend and love, thinking of you, sympathy, congrats, and then blank cards. We can just, this one's kind of not very full, but congratulations. Sympathy, thinking of you. Birthday. The most birthday. Pull some of those out. Let's do love. Finished cards. And then over here. My B-Box, Rue La La, the company I used to work for. Buttons and twine, rainbow assortments. Up top I have stamps and stickers, categorized by company. I have a tote of random doll parts, because I just like weird stuff. This is my unorganized 12 by 12 paper, just kind of by theme, not theme, brand. I have it sorted by brand. Embossing folders here. We're getting the glare of the sun. So I have baskets of embossing folders. I'll take one out. Have to get out of the sun. This was an old fixture from a gas station, and it's what they had. I think it was like cigarettes or chew cans or something, but it was a really nice laminate wood black fixture that fit in with my IKEA cubbies. Here's a spinner of dies in their original retail packaging. And then these are all Tim Holtz and Stampin' Up. And then this is just random stuff that I haven't gone through yet and organized or categorized, found a home for. Over here's my Rolo collection from a good friend of mine, Paulette. She tends to send me Rolos, and I just love them. I'll cherish them. That's a teacup I turned into a pincushion. Card I made. 30, Flirty, and Dying for my 30th birthday. It's a photo of my mom when she was a little girl. Brings me joy. Let's head back over to the desk. We'll stop and see this little cart here. This was going to be my silhouette station for t-shirts and vinyl. I do a lot of t-shirts I was doing for a while, and wall decor, wall words. So in the drawers, I just have vinyl, rolls of vinyl, t-shirt stuff. The very bottom down here is just overflow of stuff that hasn't found a home yet that I have to inventory into my phone app. This is inside the closet now. I took the doors off and put in these bookshelves from IKEA. In the corner, I have my ribbon. This is kind of a sewing cart. I tend to collect punches. That's like my passion. It's one of the things that really bring me joy. So Creative Memories punches, their border maker system. That's what all these cartridges are on the bottom black side here. Border maker cartridges. My wood stamp collection. I got some House Mouse. Random. I love nautical. Got Thomas Kincaid there up on the top. That cart there, I have my sewing machine because I do quilting. Some light sewing, nothing too crazy. I've only made 1 or 2 quilts so far, but it's something I definitely want to do more of. So there's one of the quilts I'm working on for, or it's a top that's finished. It just needs to be trimmed for a niece. These folders here, the files, are my Stampin' Up! Cardstock. I like to have a whole pack of every color on hand at any given time. So I carry the whole line in my craft room just because I love Stampin' Up! Cardstock for cards. Tim Holtz stamp sets in the black cases. Overflow Stampin' Up! In the corner there. I have 6x6 pads in those white bins here on the top. These are 6x6 pads. This is just kind of overflow stuff up top, that stuff you don't need to get to anytime soon. But we'll do punches, punches, punches. Stampin' Up! Punches. I tend to collect those too, and Stampin' Up! Stamp sets. Here's the big size that Tim Holtz made with Sizzix. I love the big size. You can cut chipboard and fabric. It's another vintage file cabinet I found antiquing or at a thrift store. So I have some. Let's see if we can get down in one of these drawers. So I got some naughty and appropriate stamps in there, unmounted. Overflow Taylor Expressions is kind of what's in the rest of this drawers. But that's all full of that kind of stuff. Over here I just have random jars of buttons and ribbons and doodads and seam binding I dyed, antique keys, dewdrops, the ink spots or whatever from Memento, twine, my vintage cameras. I kind of spread those a little everywhere because they spark joy. I collect Scrabble tiles. That's another just random. I do antique keys, Scrabble tiles, vintage cameras. Those are kind of my themes of things that I like to shop for when I go thrift sailing, garage sailing, antiquing. So these are big gallon-sized jars full of Scrabble tiles. It's probably, I don't know, 50 Scrabble board games between all the tiles I own. These are my inks, the ink pads. I made these out of chipboard and I put them on spinners. This tower here is for oxides. This is a commercial one from Stampin' Up! It's just got all the Stampin' Up! Colors. And then that one in the corner here, this tall one, is all Distress. Tim Holtz Distress inks. As we go up, these are all my re-inkers for Tim Holtz Distress inks. And yes, I am kind of a big deal. Just random ephemera. That tray right here is Sequence in a rainbow of assortment. Up top I have powdered chalks. Random things that spark joy. Some letterpress letters I got at an antique store from an old original letterpress. My printer station, and this is behind where I sit now. So when you pull out the desk chair, I'm going to move the chair out of the way, so I'll be right. So I moved the chair out of the way. So this is where you'd be sitting when you sit at my desk. So what I was saying behind here, this is all stuff within reach from behind my desk chair. So overflow tools, pencils, pens, more overflow, just kind of random pens, markers, tools, my embossing powders, in here, these bins under the printer, under the printer, I have printer inks, adhesives when you need to refill, for all my tape runners and stuff that I like. These were the bins from Michaels, and then I attached these poles from the antique store with just brads. So I poked holes in there and put the brads in so I can pull these baskets. So I kind of made drawers out of the photo bins from Michaels or Joann. A little vacuum to clean up the little dust off your desk, and the paper bits, my Vagabond from Tim. These brown bins, I have all of my scrap rainbow color papers from Stampin' Up. So when you need just a scrap of a color, you can reach over here and punch it or die cut it or what you need to do with it. My trimmers, these are my most used tools that sit right to the side of me when I'm sitting at my desk. My plants. And then this is the view from when I'm sitting at my desk. So lots of stuff in a little room. Back towards the closet there. We'll do one last kind of pan of the room on our way out. Hopefully I sparked some joy for you and inspired you to make yourself a creative space as well that you can call your own.